Welcome, everyone. We're so thrilled to have 1.4 thousand people, 1,400 of you. Thank you for joining us today. Southeast Asia, how are you? Can I get some hello? It's great to see all of you, and we're so excited to be with you tonight and today to share with you some of the most exciting things that we've done here at Nu Skin. You've heard us talk about Vera and Stela for a while, and now we're excited to give you a first look at the capabilities. Hello, everyone. Oh, I love seeing all the messages. There's so much love. So thanks again for being here. I want to introduce you to the people who wake up every day thinking about how they can make your lives better. They think about how to make your lives easier, how to help make you more successful. And ultimately, these are the rock stars that have built the experiences that we're going to share with you today. So first, I want to introduce Julie Polson. She is our Director of Affiliate Tools. She's also what we call our Chief Product Owner for all of our affiliate tools. So she and her team are working on Stela, the My Nu Skin app, Connect, VNG, and she is joined by Michael Denson, who is also working on Stela. He's our product owner for the Stela experience. He's actually going to do a walkthrough and a demo for you live today so you can see it firsthand. Also, I want to introduce Trina Bradford. She's our Chief Product Owner over Vera, which is our consumer experience. And she has been spending literally thousands of hours building one of the most remarkable experiences I think you'll see, especially in the consumer beauty space. So I'm excited for you to get to know everyone and for you to get to see these apps firsthand. We've had hundreds of people working on these to make them perfect for all of you. So with that, we will do a bit of housekeeping. So we do have translation available. If you see there on your toolbar at the bottom, there is translation available. If you have a question at any point during today's webinar, please use the Q&A function and just enter those questions. If we can, we'll answer some questions as we go along. Otherwise, we'll do a full Q&A session at the very end. When you ask a question, please include your name, your country, and your email address. Just in case we don't have enough time to get to all the questions, we'll be sure that we send out an FAQ afterwards that answers all the questions that then you can share with your teams. So with that, let's dive in. Let's get going. Okay, so one of the top priorities for us, and honestly, one of the things that I think is most exciting about what we're doing at Nu Skin is this idea of empower me. So empower me is an idea about how we bring our physical products together with our digital products and then supercharge it with the things that all of you do the very best, which is social commerce. There was an aha moment a couple of weeks ago in London, where as we were showing some of the top sales leaders these new apps, they went, oh, I get it now. You've built tools that only you could build because of access to the data and systems that you have to help me, the affiliate, do my job better and do the things that only I can do as I grow my business and as I build relationships with my customers. And really, that's at the heart of Empower Me. How do we give you the tools to run your businesses, be successful, and grow to the heights that you can? Empower Me is also about an integrated beauty and wellness journey. We're maybe the only company in the world who has a product portfolio that marries the beauty side of the business with the wellness side of the business. If you think of products like Collagen Plus or our Lumi Spa, you're creating beauty from within. I think that's pretty powerful, and I think that's a message that the world needs. So Empower Me is also giving our consumers and each of you the tools to help accelerate your beauty and wellness journey. So with that, let's go to the next slide. Let me tell you a little bit more about why we are so passionate about the tools that we're going to share with you. So like I said, everyone that's on this call wakes up on a daily basis thinking about how can we build and optimize seamless customer and digital experiences. And really, you'll hear us use three words quite frequently. The tools we're building are meant to help you attract, connect, and nurture customers. And we see our role being really a bridge to digital transformation. Every company in the world needs to transform digitally, otherwise they're going to be left behind. And we feel honored that we get to help Nu Skin and each of you in that way. If we go to the next slide, let me tell you a little bit about how all of this comes together. When we think about these tools in terms of your ability to attract, connect, and nurture customers, at the end of the day, it's really about creating community, really giving you the tools and the space to bring your customers together in meaningful ways and to give you touch points to connect with your customers in meaningful ways that, again, helps empower them on their beauty and wellness journey. If we go to the next slide, we're really focused on this idea of partnership. Like I said, in London, there was this aha moment. So how can we give you the tools that you need at scale with access to data in a safe, compliant way that respects people's privacy and security, and then really help you focus on what you do the very best, which is what we think of as affiliate-powered social commerce and really building community with your customers. That's our end goal. So if we go to the next slide, we're really focused on some very core experiences. And one of the questions that I get quite frequently is, but why apps? And I think change can be hard. I think sometimes people are nervous about change. So let us give you a little bit of data behind why we pivoted in this way. You can see on the right-hand side, these are common quotes that come from interviews with sales leaders and voice of the customer interviews. These are often the things that we're hearing from people both who are new in the business, but have also been here for years. On the left-hand side, you'll see some data points. And I've shared before, I've never seen data points like this in my whole career, and I've spent my career in digital. We've had a 75% increase year over year in mobile traffic to nuskin.com. Now, certainly that was accelerated by the pandemic, but we haven't seen that taper off. We've seen that continue to accelerate. Of that traffic, 80% of the purchases that happen on nuskin.com are happening from a mobile device. So let that sink in for a minute. Of the people that are checking out on nuskin.com and buying product from all of you, they're on a phone, they're on a mobile device. Now let's add these other two data points. We had 123,000 average monthly users of the My Nu Skin app in 2021. But here's where it gets crazier. In all of 2021, we had 1.1 million downloads of the My Nu Skin app. And by looking at the ID types, we were able to deduce that over 200,000 of those downloads came from customers and members. But all of you know the My Nu Skin app is about building a business. So what were those customers looking for? They were looking for an experience enough that they would go to the App Store and download an app from us. But we obviously didn't give them the experience they were looking for. So from this data, this became the impetus of this idea of, could we be, on the next slide, the Uber for beauty and wellness? So just like Uber has a driver app and a rider app, both with very distinct jobs to be done, they are connected experiences. And so that's where the idea of Stela and Vera emerged. And what are the core jobs to be done in each of those apps? If we go to the next slide, the beauty of what we've built is we've been watching all of you on social commerce and how you sell. And so the features that we've built into what we call these MVP, or minimal viable product, or minimal lovable product, these core feature sets are to support you in accelerating social commerce. And the features that are there can actually be customized to whatever your replication model is. So whatever you're teaching your teams to do, you can actually use Stela and Connect to do those tasks and to coach your teams in whatever way that you want to sell. So I am really excited to see how all of you adopt these apps. But before we do that, let's turn it over to Michael Denson and Julie Polson and have them give you a first look at new Skin Stela. Okay, Julie, over to you.
All right, awesome. It's so nice to be here and meeting with all of you. So yes, super fun. I know many of the employees in Southeast Asia, and then for the affiliates, I would love to get to know you all better. So I'll be taking you through just a high-level overview of new Skin Stela before Mike dives into the demo. And before we dive into Stela, I want to ground ourselves on what are the current affiliate tools? What do you guys currently utilize? So there's Volumes and Genealogy, which is of course our website that's also mobile responsive. And we also have the My New Skin mobile app. So what happens with Stela, or what is the future? So I know this question keeps coming up, so we want to make sure to address it. So the future of our mobile app will be that the My New Skin app in the future, again, will be replaced with Stela. The intention behind this is that New Skin Stela will become the new one-stop shop for all your new skin business needs. And then the caveat at the end, once it surpasses the My New Skin app. And I'll talk about that more, and we'll keep mentioning it as we go through and do, I guess, even future demos or further discussions when it comes to Stela and the My New Skin app. But so in the future, again, the My New Skin app will be replaced. Okay, so what's exciting about Stela, or what is there to know? So again, Mike will be going through a demo and going into more content and on all of this, but we started with, as Emily said, the minimum lovable products or minimum lovable features that we want you to have within this product. So Stela is, of course, your affiliate app. This is the tool that will help you guys become more successful. And once we, of course, get all the needed features in there. So what it will start off with is Connect. And I've heard that you guys have already started utilizing Connect, experiencing the joy of that and connecting better with your customers. Stela also has a social sharing feature which makes it very easy for you guys to share with customers. You don't have as many clicks. It's easier to reach out and connect. We have Earnings and Pay Me Now. So Mike will show you the dashboard. That will be the landing page within Stela. Fun widgets that are dynamic, that change based off of your pen title, and they're geared towards helping you know what you need to work on next. And then within that feature will be your Velocity account balance, and then also Pay Me Now. Then he'll also take you through some Volumes and Genealogy pages. So you've got your group, your team, retail, and then we're adding even more, and I'll show you a list of the things that are coming up next. We're really excited. And then as well as a product catalog. So again, so Stela right now doesn't surpass the My New Skin app. It has limited features, but we'll talk about how you guys can help us move Stela to the next level. So here are some of the things that are in our queue. We already have design teams working on them, mobile teams working on them to some level. So Learning Center, we're integrating Learning Center in so it becomes a part of Stela and not a disjointed experience. Volume Summary, we know that you guys utilize Volume Summary a lot, whether on VNG or the My New Skin app. So we'll be adding in Volume Summary for easy access. Leadership Teams, that wonderful feature that helps you guys track your title and how you can make sure you're maintaining or getting to the next level. Expanded Team View. So we know that group, team, and retail is not enough for you guys to do your business, but then there's the expanded team view and product offer. So I saw a question in the chat about sharing a link with a customer, sending a link, and with product offer not working. It's not available yet in the product section, and Mike can go into that more, but we will be adding product offer so you can select the bundle of products, add a discount, and then send the link out to your customers, members, brand affiliates. So anyway, so that will be coming, plus much more. So again, we are full steam ahead working on Stela, and where we need your guys' help is with feedback. So as you download Stela, as you start using it, we would love to know what works for you, what doesn't, and what features from B&G and My New Skin do you need. So we already know the top hit features, and that's what we're working on within our roadmap. But we would love to know, is there something that you guys utilize all the time that we potentially have lower in the roadmap that we can bump up higher? So send us that feedback, let us know. And then Mike will show you that there's a feedback form within Stela. Send in that feedback, or you can also, I guess I shouldn't speak for the account managers, but I'm sure they would also gladly take feedback. But Southeast Asia, you guys can speak to that. But yeah, again, we would just love to know what you guys think, because we want to have Stela surpass My New Skin as quickly as it can. But again, it won't until we have the features in there that you guys need. Okay, so let's jump into a demo so you guys can see Stela and how it functions. And then, yeah, keep adding your questions in the chat. So Mike, take it away.
Okay, Julie, thank you. Great intro. I'm just going to share my screen now.
And while Mike's bringing up his screen, we've been trying to answer as many questions as we can in the Q&A. So watch there for answers, and we'll keep trying to answer them as we go. Okay, take it away, Mike.
Okay, so both Emily and Julie alluded to the greatness of Stela, and I think one of the greatest things that we're focusing on, and you're going to hear me use these words a lot, focus and concentration. We wanted to deliver the most important jobs to be done to you guys in as focused of a way as possible. And what that really means in many cases is performance. We want this to be the fastest app that you've ever had, and to be able to help you do the things you're trying to get done quickly and efficiently. We know how valuable your time is, and we want our app to be able to keep up with you. So I'm going to log in, and one of the first things we've done to help deliver on that is called biometrics. You might have experienced that with other apps. When I sign in, it's going to use my mobile device's authentication protocol to be able to log me in. So it just used my face scan, and this is taking a little bit longer than normal. This is a test build, but you're going to be able to log in using that, and it's going to be more secure and faster than the old passcode that we all are familiar with My New Skin. So you can save your Face ID for the future. Now, Julie did talk a little bit about the dashboard, and the dashboard is really going to be like your morning newspaper when it comes to your business. We'll continue to refine this, but this is our first build of the dashboard that's going to help deliver the key information that you need when you need it. We'd like for you to be able to log into the dashboard and see all the information that you need to see, and then to be able to close the app and move on and take care of business. When it comes to all of those activities that you just need to check in and see how things are going, we think we can deliver that faster than ever before through the dashboard. So in this case, this is a test account that is for a sales leader that has been spending many years building his or her business. And so they have G1 brand reps, and you're able to quickly see the sales and the progress of your G1 brand reps. We have widgets for volume summary, for bonus earned, list of qualifiers, new customers, and then we get down into earnings summary, and then of course, pay me now. We're really excited to see how having this level of information right at your fingertips and getting it to you as quickly as possible, how that's going to affect your business, and if that's going to be able to help you sell faster, sell more, and overall just be better at running your business. We have a lot of great plans for the dashboard, and we want this to be the #1 source of activity. So moving on, and I'll just start with the footer. You'll notice that we've changed the way that you navigate around the app. In My New Skin, you had a navigation window at the very top left, and if you struggled to reach your hand all the way up there to get that, you're not alone. And we're moving to a modern method for navigation in the bottom footer. And we're going to put the most important things that we can deliver to you right there, so it's at the press of your thumb. In this case, products. And in the product section of Stela, we're going to get you guys closer access to the products that you sell every single day. We want you to be absolutely fluent in everything about these products. And having it inside of your day-to-day app, I believe is going to help you do that. You're going to be able to go straight to PDPs. You know, one of my favorite products in Nu Skin is the toothpaste, and probably for many of you, it's toothpaste that doesn't taste like toothpaste. But in this case, I can go straight to the PDP, or that's a product detail page, and I can get information right at a glance. I can see the benefits, I can see the features, and I can see usage. Of course, I can see the different price points. And there's more information that's available. And then I can add to cart. I can buy right here now if I want to, if I want to buy in bulk, or if I wanted to be able to share. Now the share and earn, this is, I would call it product offer light. And I've seen a few questions that have even come in related to share and earn. When you click share and earn, it's going to open up a tray for your device, and this shares to social media. Right now we're using the simplest form to get this available to you as quickly as possible. And so this link gets you over to a single product on my site. You can copy the link directly, and you can even open this up into a browser to be able to go see that right on the my site. So if you're in a text message conversation with somebody, you're that close to being able to deliver a link over to somebody and help them add toothpaste to cart. You want that to be able to keep up with you guys as fast as the speed of business. We are working on full product offer support, and that would include things like the discounts, the expiration, naming, and other things that are available through product offer that we're used to in My Nu Skin right now. But we've got really great plans for product offer. We see how much that's helpful to you and how much of an enabler that is for sales. So we see that as a core job to be done within Stela, and we're excited about the future plans for that. So right now you have kind of a top hits for products in every single market, and we're building this out day by day. It's in collaboration with a lot of our other technical goals. So you may see that the list is a little bit short for a little while, but it's growing every single day, and our intention is to have the full product catalog available in the mobile app, even if that isn't what's there right now. I'm going to move over to build next. This is the V&G portion of Stela. And when we say build, we're thinking about building your team, building your business. As I mentioned here, this is a sales leader that has a full group in the team. I'll go over to the team and show a little bit about the filters and how you can see the progress of your team members. I really love these filters. The first one that I always hit is volume. I want to see who's selling right now and who I can support. Did I lose my screen share? I think I did. Okay, give me one moment to fix that.
The joys of a live demo. It's always the curse.
Yeah, sometimes that happens to me. So while you bring that back up, I'm going to hit some of these questions. We're getting a lot of questions around, is Stela the new My Nu Skin app? Is it going to replace the My Nu Skin app? And Stela has 8 of the top features that we saw all of you using from the My Nu Skin app, plus some new functionality. The idea is that eventually it will replace the My Nu Skin app, but we're not going to do that until we feel confident that there's enough feature set over in Stela and enough adoption over there. And we'll be clear with that. We'll communicate it out to all of you before that happens. Okay, back to you, Mike.
Awesome. Thanks, Emily. Yeah, I should have made that more clear. So some of the filters that we see on the team view are available right here. And again, this really is right in that vein of being able to get to the information as quickly as possible. You can sort by volume. And so I'll just quickly show you here how quick that pulls up. I now have all of my affiliates. And again, this is a test account. The names are fake, and you'll see the same fake names over and over again. And the numbers are all made up. But this is a really great example of just how quickly you can move through your team, see how things are going, filter by title, filter by market, filter by flags that you see and that you're probably pretty familiar with from V&G. It's still built on the central nervous system of V&G, and so you won't have to learn very many new systems, but you'll be able to access that critical information faster than ever before. So I'm going to go in and actually show you what somebody on my team looks like. Say, for example, I'm working very close with John Michaels. I'm going to say that because my name's Michael and it makes sense. I come to John Michaels and I'm able to see here contact information. I can quickly pull up a phone call with John. I can text message John, or I can send an email. We want to be able to help you guys communicate with them fast, and I'm excited about that. We'll look to add more ways to reach out to people here as well. I can see some of his key dates, application, LOI, titles that he holds. And then when I get over to history, this is where I get to see the data pop. I can see GCSV, GSV, PSV, SPSV, and subscription PSV. Maybe one more. Okay. I also see a lot of that data in table format. I can really get, especially if I'm about to have a conversation with John, get to know how this business is going and be able to prep myself to be able to lead him, to teach him, or coordinate with him in any way to be able to drive sales and help all of us be more successful. We have proxy, which is the same proxy session if I needed to be able to work with John's team that we are familiar with from V&G. I can see his upline connection and see that I work and tied very closely to John Michaels. And of course, recognition is one of my favorites. I love to, as I'm sure all of you, speak from a positive angle, and being able to recognize John Michaels' key events and milestones in his business is a big part of the conversation that I want to have. So that's the build section in kind of a nutshell. We do have the retail section. I didn't want to skip over that too quickly, but to be able to see the retail customers, to be able to similarly reach out and contact them, and to be able to see sales and some of the orders that are available. This test account doesn't have orders that are active, but you're able to see the sales of both team members and retail customers. Be able to see what they're buying, what they're experiencing, and what their relationship is with Nu Skin on a regular basis. Learn is a bit of a sneak peek, and I left this in there just to tease you guys a little bit. Learning Center is going to be a key part of Stela as well. And right now I'll be able to log in, and I won't go too far, but I want you guys just to know how much we want to help you close the gap on learning, on training, and be able to use those things to be an enabling factor for the growth of your business. And then I'm going to head over to more, where we can see that there's earnings and connects. Earnings is the earnings page from V&G. It's actually pulling in V&G right now, so it takes a little bit longer to load, but we'll get there. And then we have this tracker, and this is My Nu Skin, the same page. It's the same code, but we wanted to get this into your hands as quickly as possible. We know how much this page is valuable for being able to see the progress of your business, see where you stand, and the qualification tracker when applicable. And then almost lastly is the Connect section. The Connect app is available to many markets right now, and the CRM tool is a key part of our mobile first strategy. Being able to link directly over to it from Stela is our first MVP scope to be able to get you right into that app. I can click on it and it just dumps you right over there, already logged in, ready to go. And very lastly, I guess I keep thinking of lastly things. Yeah, I did notice a comment that your app doesn't have Learn. No apps in production have Learn. I'm working from a test build, and we are still, to be totally honest, it's still held together by duct tape and bubble gum until we finish it and it's ready for our users. We want to make sure that it's stable enough for you before we enable it, but we're getting close. The profile is another big feature that is exciting. It may not at face value seem great, but it is really great to have this profile in Stela. You can, we're adding a new feature in the coming weeks for updating your profile picture. We're also enabling you to
and
be
Mike,
able
do you want to share again? We lost your mobile screen.
Zoom seems to keep imploding on me.
I know,
Okay,
so
while he's bringing that up, I'm going to answer some of this. So will Stela also replace Nu Skin Connect? No. So Connect is a feature within Stela. Longer term, we may look to integrate the two of those a little bit more, maybe bundle the download, but Connect is probably the top feature of Stela that we've been hearing from all of you and that all of you are loving. And the data that I'm seeing come off of Connect is amazing. So there's also a suggestion to have Connect go to WhatsApp, not just text message, high usage of WhatsApp, WhatsApp here. So we'll share that with the product team. I actually thought Connect could use WhatsApp, but let me confirm that. Let me see if I can get us an answer on that even before we're done. Okay, back to you, Mike. Keep going.
Okay. So one of the things I want to draw your attention to on the profile is send us your feedback and testing. Julie mentioned it, and I want to remind all of you that this is a partnership. We want to build this app for you. Stela is a love letter to our affiliates, and we want to make sure that you guys are not only heard, but that we're acting on your feelings. So feedback about adding a WhatsApp is an action item for us, and we're going to be looking into that very seriously. And Stela across the board is for you. If it doesn't deliver on value to you, then we need to change it. And we have the teams and the resources dedicated for this right here now. We are scaling up our commitment to a mobile-first strategy at unprecedented levels. So your feedback is a key part of that. And we want to make sure that you guys, I personally promise you, I will read every single comment. And I have a team of other product owners that are also reading these comments. Your feedback will never go unheard. And we'll do the best we can to be able to align our app with your needs at every level. So we have a few other settings like that are tied to V&G privacy settings. We want you to be in control of your data at any level that you see fit. And so we're using the exact same privacy settings at V&G. Changing them in Stela, we'll change them in V&G, and we'll ensure the protection of your personal information. We have legal agreements and then settings around biometrics. And of course, market and language selection. So you can change the language that Stela displays in. We're adding languages all the time. We have added Spanish, French, and Korean recently. And we're working down the list of many more. I believe Davis will talk a little bit more about some of those languages in the release plan there.
Yeah, and let's quickly talk about, if you'll go back, Mike, to the business builder section. So we're currently coding this, but affiliates, you guys will be happy to hear, we are going to add the ability for you to switch between your parent, your business builder, and your presidential director business builder accounts. So we're still coding it, we're still working for everything, but yeah, we'll keep you posted on when this feature is available in production for you guys to utilize.
Yeah. Thank you for calling that out, Julie.
Yeah.
Okay. There is a shopping cart up here in the top, and it, just as you'd expect, this pulls you over into the products that you've added to your cart. I don't know if I need to go into a ton of detail about what shopping cart and checkout goes into, but you're able to do all of the same things you can do on the web with shopping cart. You can use your loyalty points, that you can apply promo codes, and then of course taxes and shipping and everything else. All the complexities about checking out are all taken care of because we're pulling in all the things we've learned from the web on this part of the app. So that's Stela in a nutshell. I'll kind of look over to some Q&A a little bit later, but I think right now is the time to turn it over to Trina and talk a little bit more about Vera. Trina?
Thanks, Mike. I'm really excited, you guys, to show you everything that Vera has today and also talk about some of the cool things that are coming in the future. You know, Mike has talked about this a little bit. Julie talked about it, how these apps, they're where we are today, but we are going to continue to improve on them. We're going to continue to add new feature sets to them that will just make your lives better and your customers' lives better. We want to give you the tools that you've always wanted. So really, when we say that we want your feedback, we truly mean that. The good, the bad, and the ugly. We want to know how we can make these apps work for you, because that is our primary objective. Okay, so I'm going to start by sharing screen and just walk through a couple of the features, or excuse me, talk through a couple of the features in Vera. And then we'll do a demo. Okay, so what is Nu Skin Vera? Nu Skin Vera is the customer's beauty and wellness journey. And I want to clarify something. When I say customer, I really mean consumer. And what do I mean by consumer? I mean anybody that uses Nu Skin products. So Nu Skin Vera is meant to be used by both your new customers that you maybe started talking to yesterday, as well as somebody that might have been doing the business for 20 years and has an extraordinary organization and business go along with it. So it's really meant to enhance those areas for anybody that uses and loves Nu Skin products. So there's a couple of key things that we're targeting for this. We want to enable you and your customers to be able to discover products and learn how to use them. We want you to be able to see new treatments and solutions, as well as new routines, ways to use Nu Skin products that maybe you weren't aware of or your customers weren't aware of. And then we also want to help you to be able to see how your skin will change over time by providing digital tools to support that. Okay, the prime features that we have in this minimum lovable product, our MLP version, which is the initial one we have out right now, are the ones you see here on the screen. We have a skin consultation. Some of you may already be familiar with this. The skin consultation was launched initially, I believe, about 1.5 years ago. But we brought that into Vera, and we have plans to make that even bigger and better than what it is right now. There's a selfie timeline. I alluded to the fact that we want you to be able to see how your skin changes over time. Well, the selfie timeline will let you do that in a really cool way, and I'll show you that. Product catalog, because of course we still want you to be able to discover those products that you know and love, or for your customers to go and discover for themselves. We want to include some education, how-tos, how do I use my products? What order do I use them in? And then a really cool feature for the BB Plus Foundation. It's a virtual try-on called Shade Finder, so I'll show that in my demo as well. Okay, that's really all I want to show on the slides, because really the exciting part is actually seeing the app itself. So I'm going to share from my phone. Start the broadcast. Make sure that is up. Okay. So I've pulled up New Skin Vera already. And similar to Stela, there is an option, or excuse me, you can log into. In fact, let me log out really quickly, because there are features in Vera that you do not have to be logged in or have an account to access. This is a consumer app, and so we want to make sure that your customers and yourself as well can go through and experience some of these features without needing to be logged in. So one of the first pages that you're going to see is you're going to have some options. You can sign up. So right now that means customer account, or for some of the Southeast Asia markets, it's an affiliate account. Or you can log in with an existing account, or you can just skip it. So I'm going to say skip. And so essentially I'm going to be browsing the app as a guest. I can still go through, I can experience things, I can explore products, but then at key places, I'll be asked to log in. So the first thing that I'll go through is the skin consultation. And I'm probably going to go through this a little bit quickly, just for the sake of time. I'm trying to keep an eye on time so that we have time for Q&A at the end. And I also want to get some of the other cool features too. So I'm going to continue. So the skin consultation is a series of questions. At the end, will give you a product recommendation that is tailored to how you answered those questions. So it's a personalized product recommendation. This is one of the areas that we have a lot of opportunity to improve in. And so that's in future updates of Vera, we will be doing that to have a better experience and to provide better product recommendations in the future as well. So first, we're going to ask about your name. We want this to be a personalized experience, of course. And then we're going to go through some questions about me. And so I'm going to go ahead and answer these. How old am I? What's my gender? My heritage? And then we're going to do a photo assessment. And there's going to be some guidance here. Find good lighting, remove glasses and makeup, pull your hair away from your face, all these things. So the best way that you can get a good selfie. So I'm pulling off my glasses. I'm going to go into the photo. It's going to give me some guidance on positioning, lighting, and if I'm straight or not. Lighting's a little tricky. It's nighttime where I live right now, so. And then once the photo's taken, I have the option to either retake it or analyze it. And it's going to give me some feedback. Now, you know, I work in the skincare industry, I probably am aware of some of these features, or excuse me, some of these areas that I might want to be concerned about, but it's a good way to be able to track it. So I can take this photo now, I can take it in 30 days after using some new skin products, maybe a Luma Spa or something from the ageLOC transformation line, and see how my results might change. I can also go through and see where I have some wrinkles, some spots, texture, dark circles, and then I can continue on my journey. And so those results are factored in directly into a focus area, or focus areas that will come later in the journey. So my weekly skincare routine. Well, weekly I use makeup remover, cleansers, exfoliator, toner. I work for a skincare company. I use a lot of face care products. Funny enough, I don't really use a lot of masks or eye creams. I probably should start doing this. Let's see, we're coming into summer, so I'm spending about 1 to 3 hours a day in the sun. I use both sunscreen and moisturizer if I'm outside. Pollution isn't too bad where I live. I drink a lot of water. Well, I have a major app and updates, so my stress level tends to be a little bit high at the moment. However, I do like to sleep, so if I can, more than 8 hours. Now it's going to ask me some questions about my skin. And this, again, is going to factor directly into that product recommendation that I'm going to get at the end. I have moderately sensitive skin. I know what my skin type is, but I'm going to go ahead. Maybe I don't know what my skin type is. And so I can say, I don't know, help me decide. So let's see, by lunchtime, my skin feels oily in places, dry in others. And then the T-zone. The T-zone is that area that's across your forehead and then straight down the middle of your face. So my T-zone often feels oily. Skin on my face is dry, only in certain areas. And then it's telling me that I have combination skin, which is exactly the type of skin that I would, the skin type I would choose for myself. Now we're going to jump into skin concerns. So these are the focus areas that, based on that selfie that I took earlier, how I've answered the questions, the algorithm is telling me, well, based on what we know about you, these might be some areas that you should consider putting a little bit more focus into. So visible pores, if I want to learn more about that, I can drill into that. I can read about lines and wrinkles, what causes them, common areas where you might have some wrinkles and why, and then I can continue. So now Nu Skin has said, okay, we think these might be some focus areas for you, but what is really important to you? So yes, I'm aware I'm getting older, I have some lines and wrinkles. However, that's not necessarily a primary focus for me. For me personally, it's more dullness, visible pores, and texture. And so I can choose those items that are actually more important to me personally. And then out of those, it's really texture that I tend to be concerned about. And so then it's going to analyze everything that I've input, and it's going to provide a product recommendation for me. Because we have such amazing devices, there will be a device recommendation, but maybe the price tag is a little bit too much for me. So I also have the option to see a non-device option. So you can see that based on how I've answered, I'm going to be recommended the Gentle Cleanse and Tone from the transformation line. Then the other great thing about this is it actually tells me the order in which to use the products. So it's recommended to me a full face care routine, or a full skincare face care routine. So I have a cleanser, I have a mask, I have a toner, I have something that I can treat with, a serum, and a moisturizer. And there's actually 2 different options for moisturizer. One is a day and one is a night. And then in addition, a makeup remover and some kind of sun protection, because I said I do use sun protection when I'm outside. So pretty cool things. Right now, you'll notice there isn't a way to purchase. That's actually coming in a future release. So as I mentioned before, these apps are being updated all the time. I actually just released an update to Vera today that had some bug fixes in it. So if you've downloaded it, watch for an app update. But that is a future enhancement that will come out. Okay, so I'm going to leave the skin consultation. And as I continue down the homepage, there's a few things. Sorry, I'm trying to be conscious of time, so I'm probably going to skip over a few things. But we want to highlight our awesome devices, our products. We want you to help you discover new products, but we also want feedback. So at the bottom of that homepage, there's a big button where you can leave feedback for us. And just like Mike, I read all of the comments. I want to know everything, because you are the ones that can help us make these apps what they need to be, what they should be. Okay, now I want to jump into some of the kind of more fun features, I guess. These are fun ones to play around with. So I don't know how many of you have used our BB Plus foundation. Number one, it's a fantastic product. I really love it. It sits lightweight in your skin. It blends really nicely. However, being matched to a foundation is so difficult. In person, it's hard, let alone trying to do it digitally. And so what the Shade Finder does is it lets you take a selfie, a picture of yourself, of your face, and then it does a virtual try-on, so you can choose the shade that's right for you. Okay, so I'm going to go in. It's going to ask me to agree to some privacy settings because we are taking a picture of your face. Again, I'm going to remove my glasses. It's going to take that photo. I'm I'm going to analyze it, and it's going to recommend a shade to me. So it recommended linen, which actually is one of the shades I have at home and I bounce between 2 shades. But maybe I'm not happy with that. Maybe I think, oh, that's a little too light. The undertone is a little too yellow. My undertone is pink. I say that my skin is pink. So if that's the case, then maybe I want to try ivory. Oh no, that's way too porcelain. And I don't know if the screen's picking it up very well, but it's actually doing a virtual try on so I can see it or I can look at it. And if I'm not happy with any of those, I can actually explore all the colors that are available to me in my market. So I can go through and I can say, oh, maybe more like a light golden is appropriate. Yeah, it might be a little bit too dark. Medium beige. Oh, that's actually a pretty good match. That's the other shade that I use. And Shade Finder has recommended both of those to me. Depending on lighting, I typically am recommended either medium beige or linen. So it's actually a pretty good match. But if maybe it's summer and I put a lot of sunscreen on my face, but not my body. So if I did tan, I don't, by the way, but if I wanted to match the shade of my face to my body, I could even go dark. I could even go to a darker shade. And then when I find one that I like, I'm going to go back to medium beige because that is a shade that I like. I can just order directly from this page, which is really great. So I can take a photo, I can be matched virtually and add the product to my cart and purchase. So really cool with Shade Finder. And the selfie timeline is the other feature that I really want to show you guys tonight. However, you notice that there's a little pop-up here. It says, oh, you have to log in. So the reason for that is with the selfie timeline, we are taking pictures of your face and storing them. So we need to make sure that we have some permissions and controls in place. So I do have to have an existing account. Go ahead and log in. And I actually created an account specifically for this. It's a customer account. Let me make sure I typed that right. This isn't the account that I usually use. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're going to abandon and go to the normal one that I use. So I got logged in and I can access the selfie timeline. So it's going to say, are you ready to receive results? The great thing about the selfie timeline is it does give you a visual representation of where your skin is at any given time. So if you just started using a LumiSpa, I love to use this example because the LumiSpa is such an amazing product. You can take a photo on day 1 of using your LumiSpa. You can take it on day 5, on day 10, on day 20, and you can see how your skin can change over time. Because so often you start using a product and you get into using it, and 2 weeks later you're like, well, I'm not sure. I feel like these wrinkles aren't quite as noticeable, but I don't know. I wish I had taken a photo. Well, this tool can help with that. So I actually already have some photos that I've taken in the past. So I'm going to take a new one tonight. Again, I'm going to remove my glasses, pull my hair back a little bit. It's going to ask me to line up my face with my last photo. And there's a reason for that. So at this point, I can look back and forth if I'm happy with it or not. As you can see in the previous photo, the lighting was a lot better because it was daytime where I live when I took the last one. So lighting is important. You can use that photo and then I can give it a custom name. So maybe it's the first day using my LumiSpa, or it's the first day of using my Future Serum, one of those products. And then I can compare them. So I'm going to take the photo from tonight, June 1st, to the first one that I took, which was back at the end of April. I'm going to analyze the two. And this is how I can see how my skin might have changed over time. So I can do a side-by-side comparison, or excuse me, this overlay comparison with the slider. I can even pinch and zoom so that I can zoom in. I have these pesky little wrinkles on my forehead that I always like to look at because I want to know if my products are doing what I want them to. Or if I wanted to see a side-by-side view, I can do that same thing. I can zoom in and I can just drag that photo anywhere that I want to look at. Maybe I want to look at my laugh lines, for example. And it's going to tell me how far apart these photos were taken. So in this case, 34 days apart. And then if I'm really excited about the results, which hopefully you are, I can also choose to share it. Because we are taking selfies and we're sharing them out to different areas, there's an agreement that you need to agree to. And then I'm going to accept that. And then at that point, it's going to pull up the share sheet. This is just the share sheet from your device. It's going to pull in your contacts, whatever apps you're using. So in this case, I can send through SMS, AirDrop, email, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, all of those different options. I can save it to my phone if I wanted to do that. Maybe I want to create my own post on Instagram using this. I can do that. So really cool stuff. So you can show how new skin products are helping. There's also an account section where you can go in and you can see different information. It's also where you can control your privacy settings. We're actually working on building out a pretty robust privacy center right now, because we do deal with a lot of personally identifiable information with Vera. We want to make sure that your personal information is safeguarded and that you have the control of how that information is used also. So we're working on that at the moment. And then product exploration as well. And this is very similar to Stela. The main difference being that from Vera, you can't share. So I can't create a link to share with an affiliate. But other than that, it's the same. And I'm looking at the time. We are almost out of time. So I'm going to end my demo and hand it back to you, Emily.
I'm trying to come off mute. There are so many questions. How many? 70 questions. I can't keep up with all of you. You guys are amazing. So I've tried to answer as many questions as we can by typing the answers, but obviously we haven't gotten to all of you. So we will work with the team in Southeast Asia to actually pull those together, put those into an FAQ. There's a couple of themes that I want to hit on just really quickly as we wrap up. And Davis, maybe as I do this, if you can bring the slides up, we'll share QR codes for you to be able to download the apps. Those QR codes will take you into the app stores. You can download them. Here's the timeline. So as of today in English, both Stela and Vera are available globally. So this is a big shift that we want to make at Nu Skin, where we're releasing experiences globally at once. So go into the app stores. Davis, if you want to go to the next slide, go into the app stores, download the apps and start using them, because the product teams are watching your feedback. Some of your questions and comments, you're having challenges. Share those comments into the feedback. The very people that you just heard from are watching that feedback, and then they can go and work on it. But as long as the social channels are approved for your markets, you should be able to see them. You should be able to share and earn. The share and earn functionality right now is a retail price, and it does have attribution to each of you. So if you think of your new affiliates, this is maybe one of the most important features we've built. I've timed it in under 4 minutes. I can sign up, log into Stela, share and earn out to social. If any of you have been following me on Instagram, you've probably seen my stories where I've been modeling how you copy that link. If you don't want to use the Nu Skin photo, you can use your own photo. That's okay. We anticipated that. And that link has attribution to you. Will you please also join our Facebook community group? That's another way for you to share your feedback with us, for us to support you, to help you. We want you to be successful. As I said, we wake up every day thinking about how can we make you more successful. So thank you everyone for spending this last hour with us, for all of your comments, your questions, your love. I've been screenshotting your love so that I can share it with our teams. This means so much to us, and it's so rewarding to see the reception that all of you are sharing with each of us. So thank you to all of you. Please stay safe, keep you and your families healthy, and we're here to support you. Happy to get your feedback, and thank you everybody. Have a great rest of your day.